In today's video, we're checking out some great Amazon products for your loved ones, dealing with limited mobility, recovery, or just the everyday struggles that come with aging. These are gadgets actually made to make life easier, safer, and a lot more independent. This power wheelchair with dual batteries runs on 2 swappable lithium batteries and can get up to 30 miles on a single charge, which for most people is more than enough for a full day out. All-wheel motors and a 360-degree joystick tend to make a real difference for anyone who don't have a lot of hand strength to work with. Aerospace alloy frame keeps it sturdy without adding too much weight, and the anti-tip design, padded seat, and adjustable armrests make longer use a lot more comfortable than you'd expect. When a standard wheelchair just isn't doing the job anymore, there's usually a better option out there. This foldable electric stair wheelchair can hold up to 441 pounds and uses a track-based system to get up and down stairs without making it feel like a whole production. Lightweight aluminum frame, durable nylon seat, and the control panel is simple enough that a caregiver can figure it out pretty quickly. Folds down flat enough to fit in a trunk, so you're not dealing with heavy lifting every time you go somewhere. When medication matters and your memory doesn't, the Hero Smart Automatic Pill Dispenser tends to fill that gap pretty well. 10 cartridges, right pills, right time, and extras stay locked out so doubling up isn't really a concern. It'll send an alert if a dose gets missed, runs through an app, but still works offline if the connection drops. Color screen, large buttons, backup key. Caregivers can keep tabs on everything, and the patient doesn't have to think too hard about any of it. This plexiglass smartphone screen magnifier blows the phone screen up 3 to 4 times using high-quality plexiglass, and it does it without needing batteries or an app to do anything. Images come out clear and sharp, and for long viewing sessions, it can take quite a bit of strain off the eyes. The viewing distance adjusts depending on screen size, and the stand folds flat, easy enough to take anywhere. Compatible with pretty much any smartphone you're likely to have. Nighttime bathroom trips are honestly one of the more common causes of falls for older adults, and this motion sensor toilet bowl nightlight is about as simple a fix as you're going to find for that. Picks up movement and lights up the bowl on its own, so there's no reaching for a switch or trying to navigate in the dark. Runs on batteries, fits most toilets, a few color settings to choose from, waterproof, easy to attach, and it tends to just work without any fuss night after night. This button hook and zipper puller fastener is one of those things that sounds small until you actually need it. For anyone dealing with arthritis or weak grip, getting dressed in the morning can turn into more of an ordeal than it should be. The steel hook gets buttons through without much of a fight, and the zipper pull handles zippers without needing any real pinching or precision. The handle is ergonomic and sits comfortably in the hand, and the whole thing is compact enough to leave on the nightstand or toss in a bag. This OasisSpace adjustable toilet safety rail set is powder-coated steel and fits most standard toilets with no tools needed at all. 2 handles, height adjusts to whoever's using it, and the frame doesn't really shift or flex even under serious weight. For anyone coming out of surgery or just dealing with weak legs and balance issues day to day, this tends to be one of those additions that makes a bigger difference than people expect. Solid build, straightforward install. Wyze Video Doorbell Pro connects to home Wi-Fi and sends a live video notification whenever someone's at the door. Wide-angle camera, clear enough picture, and 2-way audio so you can actually talk to whoever's there right from the phone. For someone on a walker or in a wheelchair, not having to physically get to the front door is a bigger deal than it might seem. Easy enough to set up, holds a reliable connection, and the app doesn't require much to figure out. Amazon Echo Pop compact smart speaker handles calls, reminders, music, weather, smart home controls, all just by talking to it. Small enough to sit on a nightstand without being in the way, and the sound is decent for something that size. It tends to pick up voice commands accurately, even when the room isn't exactly quiet, which matters more than people think. One of those quiet additions that ends up doing more throughout the day than you initially expect it to. This car handle assist and glass breaker slots into the car door latch and gives something solid to hold on to getting in and out of the vehicle. For a lot of people, that particular movement puts more strain on the knees, hips, and lower back than almost anything else in a regular day. The other end doubles as a glass breaker and seatbelt cutter, which hopefully never gets used, but it's there. Nothing to charge, nothing to set up, slides in, and it's just ready. This leg elevation memory foam wedge pillow is high-density foam that molds to the shape of the legs and holds a firm elevation angle through the night without flattening out too quickly. Built for post-surgery recovery, swelling, varicose veins, that sort of thing. The contoured shape tends to keep the legs from sliding off during sleep. The cover comes off and washes without any trouble, and over time, It can make a noticeable difference in circulation and joint pressure. Practical more than anything else. Robotic stroke rehabilitation. Gloves use controlled air pressure to move the fingers through slow, repeated flexing cycles. Same basic principle as clinical rehab therapy, just done at home. The idea is that consistent movement keeps stimulating the motor pathways in the brain, which is really where the recovery actually happens. Connects to a small handheld controller, fits either hand, and it's light enough that the sessions themselves aren't exhausting before you've even finished them. This heavy-duty boot jack is cast iron, grips the heel of a shoe or boot, and you step out with the other foot. That's really about it. No bending over, no pulling, no putting unnecessary strain on a back or hip that's already had enough. Handles, sneakers, thick work boots, most things you'd throw at it. Non-slip base keeps it flat on the floor, and it's the kind of thing that just holds up for years without any real maintenance. Amazon Kindle e-reader with auto light has a built-in adjustable front light that keeps the screen readable in pretty much any lighting condition, complete darkness included, without producing any glare that comes back at your eyes. Text size adjusts to whatever works. The body is slim and light enough that holding it for a long session doesn't get tiring. And new books pull wirelessly from Amazon whenever you want one. For anyone who loves reading but physical books have started to become a little harder to manage, this tends to cover most of what's been missing. This iWalk 3.0 hands-free crutch straps to the thigh, supports the lower leg, and keeps both hands completely free while you move around. Aircraft-grade aluminum, padded straps, non-slip knee rest, holds up through a full day without becoming uncomfortable. Stairs, uneven ground, everyday stuff, it handles most of it without putting anything on the arms or shoulders, the way regular crutches do. Takes a few days to feel natural, that part is true. But what it gives back in terms of actual independence is hard to match with much else on this list. The Easy Pick folding grabber tool reaches out to 32 inches, so things on the floor or up on a shelf don't require bending or stretching into positions that aren't comfortable. Magnet on the tip for small metal stuff, jaw handles most everything else without slipping. Folds down small enough for a bag or a walker clip, and that clip is actually useful, keeps it right there when you need it instead of across the room somewhere. These bed support rails with organizer pouch are carbon steel, attached to any standard bed frame from twin to queen without needing a single tool, and hold up to 300 pounds without loosening over time. Two handles make getting in and out of bed safer, especially in the middle of the night when things tend to go wrong. The fabric pouch on the side is a simple addition, but it keeps a phone, glasses, or medication close, without any reaching around in the dark for it. GrandPad elderly-friendly tablet was built specifically for people who aren't comfortable with regular technology and honestly don't want to be. Big icons, simple layout, no random notifications appearing out of nowhere, calling a family member is just tapping their photo, that's the whole process. Nothing harmful can get installed on it, and family members can manage contacts and settings remotely, so the user never has to figure any of that out on their own. Lock laces, no-tie elastic shoelaces. Replace regular laces with a stretchy locking system that basically turns any lace-up shoe into a slip-on. Thread them through once, lock them in, and that's done. Elastic stretches when the foot goes in and holds a snug fit through the day without coming loose. For anyone where tying laces has gotten genuinely painful or frustrating because of arthritis or shaky hands, this is a pretty simple fix that tends to hold up well. This adjustable shower chair with back support is rust-resistant aluminum, holds up in a wet environment day after day without corroding, and the seat height adjusts to fit whoever's using it. The backrest supports the lower back through the whole shower, drainage holes keep water from pooling on the seat, and the rubber feet grip the floor and stay there. For anyone where standing through a full shower has started to feel unsafe, this can make the whole routine feel a lot more manageable again. These tail suction-mounted shower grab bars go up on smooth tile without any drilling, using a suction system that's strong enough to actually put weight against. Built-in indicator shows when the seal is secure before you rely on it, and the textured surface gives the hand something real to grip when stepping in or shifting around. Comes off without leaving marks on the wall, which makes it worth considering for anyone renting or just not wanting to make permanent changes to the bathroom. Tear non-slip shower mat lays flat on the shower floor and creates a textured surface that cuts down the chance of slipping on wet tile by a fair amount. Suction cups hold it down even with water running directly over it. The material is comfortable underfoot and dries quickly, and it doesn't really hold on to mold with regular rinsing. Machine washable when it needs a proper clean. Simple product, but in the room where falls tend to happen most, it's one of the more practical changes you can make without spending much. Keywing key turner grip aid clips onto a standard key and gives a wider, more comfortable handle to turn it with, instead of pinching the key itself. For anyone where that small twisting motion has started causing real pain, this spreads the grip out and adds enough leverage that unlocking a door barely takes any effort. Fits most standard keys, no tools to put it on, and small enough that you won't really notice it in a pocket. Flexible funnel sock assist kit holds the sock open in a wide funnel shape so the foot can slide in from a seated, upright position without any bending forward at all. Long handles pull the sock the rest of the way up from there, so the hips and back don't have to do anything they really shouldn't be doing first thing in the morning. Works with most sock types without much fuss. For anyone coming out of a hip replacement or dealing with general stiffness, this tends to make one of the more awkward parts of the morning a lot less of an event. Every product you've seen today is proof that good design can genuinely change how people live. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.